Good morning, I'm Eleanor Burns and
I'm Lynn from AccuQuilt.
yes, I'm glad you're here today, Lynn.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And we have this great cutting system from AccuQuilt that we can't wait to show you. Take it over.
All right, so this is the new cube system, and it comes in 6-inch, 8-inch, 9-inch, and 12-inch finished size blocks.
4 sizes.
Today we're going to work with the 9-inch size.
Perfect.
And I just wanted to point out your favorite, that we have 72 block designs right here on the packaging that you can do with this great cube. So let's get started and see what's inside.
Okay, it's like opening a box, a Christmas box. Roll the drums.
So exciting. And so there are 8 dies in each of the sets, and they're in these die folders. So I'm going to just pull this out, and ta-da!
There you go.
There we go. All right. So these dies have the same great numbering system as the mix and match dies that we currently have.
Right.
And so the dies are labeled with the numbers. You also have the numbers on the pockets, and they are also on the folders themselves. So it makes it really easy to figure out which die goes with what.
Perfect.
Okay, so for today, what we're going to do, since we're going to be using all of the dies, we're going to move them into our storage rack.
Yep.
Because that will make it so easy to access those.
Because it's so organized and I can understand it.
Okay, so let's grab these other 4. And then also, Eleanor, I wanted to tell you that there's a mat included in this set. So
yes.
You have everything that you...
Same size mat.
You definitely need your cutting mat when you're using your Go cutting machines. And it also includes a pattern booklet and a great instructional DVD.
Perfect.
All right, there's the last one.
Okay, there's 8 dies and 8 spots in the rack.
Okay, so now we are ready. You got everything out?
6, 7, 8. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So today we are going to make the double 4-patch. Ta-da! Of course, it's called the double 4-patch, huh? So this is what's fun. This uses die number 1, and this uses die number 2.
All right.
Pretty easy, huh?
Yes.
So I already rough cut my pieces, and that just means that I measured the size of the die. This is a square. It is 5 inches. So I just add a 1/2 inch, and I call that a rough cut. I cut it a little bit bigger, so we can just go ahead and cut it back in size. And we're actually going to use 3 of these this morning. So I fan folded my fabric, and I'm just going to place it on here. And when we rough cut, we really watch the grain of the fabric. So we're going to go in this way, and you can see it's really strong. You can't even stretch it. The opposite way, you can see that it's stretchy. So we'll get better cuts.
That's right. And
right.
That's what we're all about, and why we're here, to make sure that you get that accurate cut.
That's right. Okay, so the 4-patch, I want to get right into it. So I need to have the white and the green. So I put my rough cut strips right sides together. And so they're ready for sewing. And actually, I'm only allowed to cut 6 layers, up to 6. That was funny.
Yeah.
Allowed.
Well, it's tempting to want to cut more, but for your best cuts, you like to cut 4 to 6 layers.
You know, Ken was helping Sue, and I think he said he was having a hard time. And she said, well, how many layers are you cutting? And I think he said something like 26.
Oh.
That's a little too much.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have the mats.
All right.
And we're lucky we just picked up a second mat because we can cut 2 at a time.
That's
Woo-hoo.
right. We're going to use the Go Big cutter.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to go and I'm going to cut these out.
It's your job now.
Yes. Okay, so we're going to show how we can run 2 dies through here at a time. Just want to double check. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Push the button. Go. Woohoo!
All right, so this makes it so
like
easy.
it?
And I can go do something else.
I know, that's what I love.
All right, and then we're going to slide our mat off.
Yep, cool.
we've got our perfect squares.
Okay, so you're in my studio, so you're allowed to
right.
throw this
That's
over
right.
your shoulder.
Woo! That
Cool.
was fun. Okay,
All
there
right.
you go.
So I've got both of my pieces that I really need, and I'm going to start with my 4-patch. And there's just some things that you really need to know. You really want to do a perfect 1/4 inch seam. So I use a 1/4 inch foot like this. And the second thing is the line on the cover to my bobbin case, so that whenever you put it in here and you're sewing it through, you always want to watch the guide and watch this line on your throw plate. So you have these perfect seams. Do you sew perfect seams all the time?
Absolutely, I try to. Because if you have the perfect cut and your perfect seam, then your blocks will turn out
Just great.
just great.
Okay, I have enough right here for a 4-patch. So I'm just going to use my stiletto, and I actually arranged it so that the light was on the top. I have a little jumper scrap right in there because sometimes the machine just loves to suck that fabric right in. So since it's a 4-patch, I'm just going to go ahead and butt this second one on right behind. You need to have 2 of these just like this. Okay, and then what I do is go ahead, if you want to, you could just set the seam with the dark on top and flip the other one over. It should be okay. Set the seams with the dark on top. Okay, she's nervous.
And flip this one over?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that you're pressing towards both dark sides.
All right.
And then
Just gonna press
open it
those
up.
Open.
I'm so good that I've got parts. They're in my kitchen, and they're all ready to go on. This is like the cook with everything cooking. Was that fast? Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So the reason that Lynn pressed her seams towards the dark, you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
So when we take and we flip this, they're going to lock. The seams are going to lock. This is going up right here, and it's going down on the back right there. So they're locking together. Flip down, got my stiletto. I'm gonna zip right along there. And at the end, you could assembly line, but I'm just gonna cut my threads. Now, I do this cool thing called swirling.
I can't wait to see this.
Okay, so I like my blocks to be really flat, like right here in the middle. I like them to be flat. So I have this cool technique. I put my fingernail right here and just clip those connecting thread right there, and then with your stiletto, you pick out these straight stitches. Okay, let me cut again. Let me sure I get those clipped. All right, now do 1, 2, turn it over. Do the same thing on the opposite side. Only the stitches above the thread, okay? Okay, so then you open it up aggressively.
Very important, right?
Because when you open it up aggressively, it starts to open. And there it is.
Perfect.
And you just take your finger and you just go mush like that, mush it. That's so that whenever you put other blocks together, everything links. Okay, flat as can be.
All right, now we just need to press it.
Then all you need to do
And your
is press
point
it.
is perfect.
And I'm going to make sure that my block is laid out. I've got a green line right through there. So I'm just going to take and flip these right sides together. I'm going to sew right down along that seam. And the thing that I love the best about AccuQuilt is that your pieces are designed to fit together. After you've done all the cutting and sewing, it's great when they all fit. Isn't that wonderful? I was thinking about that last night. I go, man, you don't have to figure out all the sizes, what to cut. You just pick a block, cut it, and it magically all fits together.
Yeah.
So.
And I found that you even have to do less of the cutting the block down at the end because they've all fit so perfectly together.
Oh, yeah. You don't really need to do anything. Okay, so now then you just open it the other way. We are nearly done. And if we wouldn't have talked so much, how much time would it have taken to get it this far?
That's right.
I was cutting blocks for Teresa this morning. I cut 4 blocks in 20 minutes.
Wow.
I was hot.
That is it's such a time saver.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Okay, so right here again, I'm going to make sure we don't flip the seam underneath. And I'm going to line up this place right here in the middle. We're going to lock it. Hold it down tight. Okay, line up the edges. See? They line up. Actually, it's great. So, again, I'm going to do that little swirling. Look, right there. I'm going to just cut that thread. Once you see this, Lynn, you're going to be able to do this forever. Okay, cut the connecting thread with your seam ripper, and then just get your stiletto right under there. Pop out those stitches, turn to the other side, pop out the stitches, and then all you have to do, open it up.
Wow, so
Make
easy.
sure, and then just do a little bit of mushing in the back and just press the seams as they are sewn. So what do you think? We need to have a good pressing. We've already got double 4 patch all done.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Perfect.